Okay, I'll get back to porting these 110, what are these things are? Twin cam heads, Scream Eagle. So I bored the throats out yesterday, so now I'll go ahead and blend this into the exhaust port. Open this up a little bit. Get these things cleaned up. So I'm going to blend it in right here on that. And then we're going to go over the intake here and just kind of see what my cutter don't like. Feels pretty good, so probably not going to be doing much in there, but I'll run the cutter through there and see if there's anything it doesn't like. The cutter will find stuff you don't feel or see. So this is pretty rough up in here from all the powder coat and other crap, so I'll knock that off. Biggest thing is the blend exhaust port. You see how this one's uneven on this side. So just knock that out a little bit, clean it up. And we'll go open up a little bit on this side maybe. You got new gaskets in here, so we'll get up to the gasket and stop. And then I gotta work on the intake over here. Open this up a little bit and kind of knock some of the high spots off here that are keeping the airflow down. Figure I'm gonna hold on to that damn thing. That ought to be fun. Alright, so another fun day. So first thing I do is get a holder to hold this. Just happen to have one of those right here. There we go. So these are brand new heads, so nobody's dicked with them yet except me. Well, that Chinaman that made it for Harley. Or in this case, not India. India made them now, probably. Okay, let's see. I'm going to work on the exhaust first. So rotate it around to where it's comfortable to work on it. There we go. Always want to hold stuff at a good angle. Just jump out of my way. There we go. That's an airline. Always make sure you got a little extra airline over here. Could have room to move around. So. Why is that blowing way up? That ain't blowing up, it's just close. Okay. I'm going to use this cutter for now. See what happens here real quickly. Alright, there we go. Oh, looks like a champ. Alright, looks like I'll be doing some more cutting than that. We'll get some more aggressive. Okay, we'll swap over to a different cutter. More of a full radius. Make the port more even. Top guy's in the way. As you cut it away though, it gets better. Alright, we're getting it opened up. So like so you put your finger in here now and roll it in there real good. This side was already opened up over here. I just kind of blended into where they were already too big. This side over here is more plugged up, so we're cutting this out here. Still going to be more right here along this straight edge right there. You can kind of see it area where it needs to come out. Then we get back in here a little bit with a smaller cutter. Get up under here more. Blend in that edge that's in there a little bit more. Make it more uniform, more like this board is over here. So that's going to open the exhaust flow up quite a bit more now. A lot bigger throat. Open the bowl up, let the air get past that constipated area where the guide is. Get the air, it comes out that way and out this way, and then it'll flow out this hole over here. We're going to open this up just a little bit also. So they're really good about letting the air in, but they're not much for letting it out. So it is under pressure going out, but it's still got to get out. Alright. Cut the bottom of the bowl with this a little bit. Big difference. We got the finer one here that really gets aggressive. And we got the dull one. Dull one's better. You're just going back and forth, and there's a little high spot here like on my hand. You can feel your cutter go up like this. So it goes up and down as it goes over it. If you're going this straight in and out, it feels nice and straight and smooth like it would be right through here. Then you know the port's straight. It feels really straight now, which is what you want. So when you run your cutter through here, you're going right through here between cutting and no cutting area. And see how the cutter just goes nice, even radius right around there. There's no hiccup like that where it goes over anything. That's what you want to see. Same over here. Goes right in there, no problem. Nice straight shot. Take a little bit of work right here to do. I'll do that here in a minute. And you get back over here, you see the black. It's blended right in there. There's no step or anything going to it. Just changes color. So that's what you're trying to get. Nice, even, large radiuses and smooth. Not smooth and finish, but smooth in shape and flow. You don't want a smooth finish because I want a carbon buildup. Carbon buildup as an insulator helps you actually, even on the exhaust. It's large radius, feels good. Feel about equal with both fingers. Port's pretty equal in shape and size. It's good. Real good. Really nice. I like that. So you can see how the finger just flows right on through there, even up under here. I'd lightly deburr the edge up under there. Keep the short side as long as you can. That has a little bit of a burr right there. I got to knock off on the other side. So right now it just blends in there really nice. And you do the same thing over here. It blends in real nice. A little bit of radius in up here at the very top. Don't be cutting that out. You want to keep that tall as you can. So pretty smooth. So that's what you're after. Okay, now you can flip the head around and get the other areas a little bit. So we still got some edges up under here that are still need to be cut. The basic shape of the port. We're done with that. The rest of the port's pretty good probably. We'll get on the other side, we'll see how that feels on the other side. Okay, let's flip it over. Let's go this direction here. Yep. Here. So now we have the lip right here. We didn't cut it all the way down yet, so we're just going to blend that in. Come in with this cutter right here. And just, the steel seat is your guide for making it round. And just knock that down until it's gone, that edge. And then I'll lightly deburr it with the smooth cutter, which is this dull one right here, and that'll blend it in. And that's all you want it to do. So I don't know if you can see what I'm going to do, but we'll try. It's hard for you to see and me to see at the same time. Need a light, you can put light down there if you need it. I don't really need it. You can hear it hits against the steel. Once you get down to all the steel, then you come back with the radius and knock it off. Okay, so now we cut that lip off to there. We went down until we hit the steel, and then we just locked it, and then we took the sharp edge on the back side off. So that's it. We'll leave the rest as tall as we can. That's better for flow. Over here, you want to just blend this in with this nice even radius coming up. Go into a nice straight long section here. And that'll give you more flow. Don't get too carried away and making that bigger. That's plenty big enough. So. Go ahead and flip the head around so you get the rest of it. It's hard to work on the back side when you're upside down, so rotate it around a little bit more. And you can see the area that we have not done right there. We gotta do that. So we gotta do that from the other side though. Yeah, the camera's in the way as usual. On this side. So right in between two spots here. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing over here, which is really hard to see. Well, that's the same thing. So you hear me hit the steel when I get down to it. And just radius off the top. It likes to work on the very top because it's very tall. It's because of the way the port's made on the other side of it. So it starts getting really, really tall here. It starts pinching the port off, so we come back and cut that away a little bit and make it a longer radius. And then blend it over here where there's no radius. See, it goes from no radius to a huge radius. See, the finger won't go through. See, the finger goes through here and here, but not here because it hits. So it's choked off right there. So we're going to cut that back just a little bit. And I'll gain some flow back. Use a slightly more aggressive cutter. little bit finer cutter to make it more consistent. Use this big long one that slides it because you use the radius of the seat to kind of get you an idea what you need. And also bounce around the back side of the guide there. So using the valve guide to size it. Okay. So now we got it roughed in there pretty good. So the finger goes right in there nice and easy now. We're making the radius really long on the back side. It's hard to see, but it's going on. Sharp edge right there because the port disappeared under you. So over here, same thing, it disappeared. So right here you got a large radius. We're just trying to make it longer. And let some flow through there, that choke point. So now we're just going to smooth it up a little bit with the smoothing cutter. The reason we call this a smoothing cutter because it's duller. I'm squeezing pretty good, it's not hurting me. It's also got a radius on the backside cut, so I can cut on the backside of a hole over here like this. Get down where you can see it. So I can cut on the backside and also around the whole top. So you get in there pretty deep in there and do you're nice and rounded way back on the backside. So now you can see how it goes all the way around, a little smoother. The whole finger just drops right in, see all the way that knuckle. Nice and even, right around, right around, right around. You see how it size pretty evenly around my finger. So there you go. So I gotta do a little work from the other side now. This side's pretty well done. So the intake, we're not doing anything to. We're doing a lot of work on the exhaust side. Okay, now I bring it around this way. And you can see where I was working in there in different places inside of the port. Can't really see the short side, but I was cutting around up under here. Alright, so now I'm going to tighten this back down. Okay. Put some light on the subject. I need to move this over here for light. So use our Sportster motor mouse for light fixture holding tools also. Okay, so now you can kind of see where we're at working through here. I was working around on the back side over here, right where my finger is. It's kind of a hump around here. So this is the area that we were cutting out, all through here. I don't know why they got it cut quite that high, but anyway, I'm going to smooth that up a little bit. There's a little bit of a hump right there. I want to knock that off. And then we're going to make it a little bit bigger through here. I'm going to leave that little bit of a D right there. I'm not going to cut that out, but I am going to cut out right over here and right over here. So a little bit bigger port. The gasket's still there, so we're leaving that. So we're not going to be cutting too much of the gasket out. Ideally, we want to cut in the gasket out. But we want to cut out to it. first thing I did, I cut the lip out to the gasket. But you can see I'm right up to the gasket now, barely. Then I start radiusing into the existing port. So even though I got cut metal and powder coat in here, when you run your finger across, it's a nice smooth radius. At least as smooth as we can make it. Shape-wise, like I said, I don't care about finish, I care about shape. Okay, I'm going to leave that sharp edge there, I don't care about it. I'm going to knock this lip up right here, I don't like that right there. So you'll see the powder coat disappear in that one spot. The rest of it will stay put. Alright, so you see I just kind of knocked it off right there in the tip a little bit. So now it's more of a smooth radius all the way across. Blend it in a little bit. I'm going to come back and do a little more down in here. Overall it's pretty smooth. So you can feel the burrs real heavy with your cutter if you let it feel it. If you hold on really nice and lightly, you can feel things when they bump up like that. You don't need a lot of RPM to make a cut. I'm trying to cut, I'm trying to just smooth. Right. Pretty good for that. So I blended the radius there, blend that some more right there. Got this pretty smooth all through here. So that's a low spot, leave it. Low spot there, leave it. And the back side over here I'm going to work on next. It's a little bit uneven, but it's hard to get to. Just going to work on the back side of a large radius, so hard to get to. Where'd my cutter go? You can't see what you're doing from either direction, so that's the hard part. That's pretty good. It's like two different radiuses on top of a curve that we're doing. So we're just kind of making an even turn all the way around. So it's kind of like having a sharp edge, and then the large radius, like this is full here. So all I did, I knocked off these edges right here and kind of blend it so it blends all the way around. Can't really see it, but that's what you're doing. Put this finger and I can feel more of it. Still, it's high right here where my finger is. Yeah, the radius is pinched in right there. So that needs to be cut away right there where my finger is. It's pretty smooth there, but right here it's triangle shaped. Alright, so I'm going to cut that out a little bit. Very dangerous area to be screwing up with flow. You can easily screw it up. So you got to be careful. Alright. better. It's starting to feel a lot better now. So you look at the port now. This whole area has been drawn back quite a bit. You can see a lot more of the port. You can actually see some of the radius now of the port because you pulled it back enough and get to it. And now your finger actually drops all the way around. Kind of rolls around like a curve now, which is good. Before it was kind of like a blind spot. Now I've cut back enough that you can actually get in there and see it a little bit. Okay, I need to come back from the other side and do some more smoothing. It's still kind of faceted on the back side, but not too bad. We're still keeping our curve up in here, and we're keeping our radius blended right here. All the cutting's right where my finger is on the other side. Pretty tricky. Definitely an area you can really screw things up really quickly. So don't go in there screwing with that area unless you're pretty damn good with a grinder. You'll do a lot more damage than what you're ever going to gain. Okay. Now we're back from this side again. You can see I can see more of the radius going around there now. And the whole finger goes in there a lot further. So I'm still going to go work on that area a little bit right through there. It's still a little bit chunky. Just a little smoothing. But we're getting pretty close to what I'm after. I like small grinders because I can see they can put them way inside the chamber here. Real tight. Okay, that get all that fastening out that was in there. That looks really well. It's starting to feel pretty good now. So you can see how that radius really rolls around real nice now. The whole thing goes in there. There's no facets like it was because I was able to get to them with this other angle. You can see how it just kind of rolls right in. It's a little bit of drop off right there. I got to work on that just a tick. It's nice and smooth here, a little sharp right there. This side over here feels pretty good. Obviously the whole finger goes in here real nice and easy. See how it goes in there pretty easy. That's what you're after. So I got to work on that a little bit right there. Turn it a little bit. When you get to it. So you can't work on it if you can't get to it. Change angle. So you got to be able to get to where you're working. Can't get to where you're working, you can't work it. And I took all that ledge out. That little battery I didn't like, it's gone. Didn't really cut anything, I just knock off high spots is all you're doing. So now it just flows real nice and smoothly in there. Just a little bit of one right there, just a little bit more, right in that one little spot. Very, very close. Just a little bit there I don't like. There we go. Gone. So you can see how it kind of blends in nice and smoothly all the way around now. Super smooth. So you go right on here, you can see how the air just flows right around the corner now. Nice long radius, not a sharp edge. Perfect. Okay, that's pretty good. Come back from the other side, clean up the rest of the port on the other side. See what it looks like from this side here, because I haven't come back since I just redid it. Different angle. Hard to keep up with the camera where you're at, but oh well. Find the right cutter. We're going to widen the port out slightly. Damn wire got me. Cutting in the wire just a little bit. Ah! Fuck. Make me bleed. Some gaskets right there. Getting me. Yeah, sharp. Hump in there I don't like. Can't get to it with this cutter. Can with this one. Alright, not bleeding yet. Okay, so I widened the port, the gasket's poking me through here. There's a little bit of a hump right there where my finger's at. Took that out, blended right into that, no hump anymore. Blending the original port's fine, so don't do anything to it, it's fine. It's nice and smooth coming through here. There's a little bit of a hump right there, but I took out most of it. So I have a nice long radius coming through there. Blends into this radius here really nice. And then it blends right into where the gasket is. Like I said, it's torn up right here. It's still poking me, so be careful. Alright, this side over here is pretty good too. So I'm going to flip it over. I got to do the other side up over on the top side here. Knock off that area. Yeah, it's sharp. So, put it right there. Okay, so you can see there's just a little bit of a hint of a line right there. This gasket's already sticking up a little bit through here, so it's already trying to poke me. Okay, feels good. So once again, we knock off the high spots there. We're just getting the gasket a little bit. You can see that's a nice long radius going through there, so we're leaving that. Same on this side, nice long radius, good. You get way up in here, that's where it was plugged up way up in there. This port all through here in the center was huge, not a problem. It's got a decent radius going around the back side here, so that's good. So the basic design of these ports are pretty nice. It's just, I don't know why they constipated so much around here. They definitely opened up on the intake. I don't know why they didn't do it on the exhaust, but oh well, they got theories. I'm sure they're good ones too. Okay, so go over here and look at this real quick over here. Do a little light cutting on that side again. Work right here. Okay. A little very minor fine tuning. I'm just picky, that's why I like doing that. So I just made it just a little bit more smoother through here on all the radiuses and stuff. Alright, so that's pretty good. Intake side over here is pretty nice. So that should flow some pretty good air. Okay, now the intake side. I don't think there's much to be done on that, but we'll run the cutter through here and just see what happens a little bit right in here maybe. Let's just see what happens. The cutter don't lie. If you don't like it, it disappears. Okay, a little spot that looked like it might have been something going on. You can see where something was going on. It's not there no more. There's a couple of burrs right through there, and that's about it. The rest of the port's fine. Nothing to be gained there. Pretty good. We'll live with that. Now we'll just rotate the head around and get the rest of the intake port on this side. I don't think there's going to be any more to be had. So the port's already pretty big, so not like it needs to be opened up any. Roughness on the back side from the powder coat, I think, is the only real thing. Do that with this one. Yep. Knock that out. And this angle here. Nothing there to cut. Alright, that's it for the intake. Not much to be done there. Now if I had a bigger intake manifold, I can open up this spigot quite a bit. You can open that thing up 1/16 of an inch really easily. Bigger. But being the intake manifold over there is smaller than this already, it doesn't gain anything by opening this up any bigger. There's no big burrs or anything going on in here, so it's pretty well done. So I don't really feel anything that needs to come out. The powder coat in here, roughness is fine. There's a little liner stuff going through here, but not enough to worry about. It's very, very minor. Overall, it's a pretty damn nice port. The exhaust sucked, the intake's pretty good. Too damn big, but good. Like I said, this needs to be a lot bigger to match this over here. Okay, so I think that's about it for this head. Go do the same thing on the other one. Geez, how do I remember what I just did? That ought to be interesting. Maybe I'll just fix all the problems and the same thing will happen. That's usually how I do it. Just fix whatever you see wrong and it takes care of itself. Alright, so here's our before and our after. Well, not fully before because I've already cut this out, remember? Should put this head over here. The exhaust is where the work was done. So, like I said, you can see the exhaust there versus this one. This one's more tighter through here. This one's pretty open up compared to what this one was. This was the smaller of the two. Got a little bit of work to do on this side over here. So this port's actually better than what this one was. This one here, you can see there's a lot more cutting to be done on top of the guide. You can see how this one's all open through here. This one here was closed up. The two heads were not equal, which is common. They're usually not. So that's why I do so much work on that one to make it more like what this one looks like already. So this one's going to be a lot easier doing this head. It's actually cut too damn big already through here. See how there's a lip under the seat, whereas this one here there wasn't. So this one I had to cut a bunch of metal out. Yeah, so that head there is almost done. Definitely all the work was on this one. So anyway, we'll knock this one out pretty quickly. Get this and get out of my way. Leave it over here.